Hold the phone in front of you. Okay. Hold on. Hello, Periscope. It is Tia, the Dollfacer, and I am here at Dollface Studio, and I have the pleasure of having Mikera of New Era Detroit in my chair getting Dollfaced for her birthday. Now, this is going to be an interview / tutorial. You know how I do it. So far, what I've already done is waxed her brows to shape them and applied medium length individual lashes to enhance her eye shape. So we're going to do a cut crease type smoky eye. Hey Muhammad, thanks for watching. We're going to do a cut crease smoky eye in like different shades of blues and whatnot to go with her locks. Hi Soon Join, thanks for watching, to go with her locks along with her outfit that she's wearing later on today. So stay tuned. I'm about to hand you over to Mikera. So, you know how this goes, right? How they leave comments down there, and then but you verbally reply.
Okay,
yeah. So,
it's the first time I get to look at my eyebrows too. Okay.
So what you think of your brows?
I like them.
Oh, you got some love. Hey, Buzz About, thanks for watching. Okay, so Mikera, now you are a part of New Era Detroit. And you guys have really been making an impact on our city as well as other cities in our country with as far as being revolutionary with your community activism and things of that nature. So what would you say New Era Detroit is about, and what would you say your role is in New Era Detroit?
Okay. Well, New Era Detroit is what we like to call the fastest growing young black organization in the Midwest. We are all about empowering our people and getting some leverage in this system that is pitted against us. So we choose to do this from an economic standpoint because we know that's what we've been lacking throughout all of this with ownership, with businesses. We have no black business centers, no places to create wealth, circulate wealth. We spend $1.3 trillion in America, which would make us, if we were a country, the 9th wealthiest country in the world.
Wow.
And to know that we are spending that much money, but we're actually the poorest people in the country is just unacceptable. So with New Era Detroit, we're organizing to counteract that. So that's a long-term goal, is to create a liberated zone, especially here in Detroit, which is the blackest city in America by population, where we can have a Mecca. We call it D-Mecca, someplace that we can own things. We can hire people in our communities. We can pass a business down to our children rather than just buying up, closets full of shoes and clothes and things that are not going to pass down. We can actually pass something down that you buy as many shoes as you want if you have something that's producing money.
Exactly.
So the short-term goal, we know that we have about everything stacked against us. So we combat those issues also. We have demonstrations in the neighborhood about, what people like to call black on black crime, which is just crime because we don't commit any more crime than anyone else. But here in a poverty-stricken city, there is going to be more crime because there's no opportunity. So we hold demonstrations about that because as a people, we have to do better first. We need to come together. We need to unify. We also like to hold businesses accountable. If there's businesses in the neighborhood that are just disrespectful while they're siphoning off our dollars, then you might get a visit from New Era Detroit. If it crosses a certain line, there was a gas station worker who pulled a gun on a child, 11-year-old and 13-year-old boys.
What?
Oh yeah, he thought he stole a bag of chips.
Wow.
A dollar bag of chips, which he didn't. When he went back in there, the dollar was sitting right on the tray.
Wow.
But as he ran up on them outside, he pulled a gun on him.
Wow.
And so this little boy was traumatized. He had been shot 2 years prior, and it took therapy to get him to just be normal again.
Right.
And then he has, somebody where he goes every day after school, contributing to his family's well-being.
Right.
And he gets a gun pulled on him. There was no response by the police. When the parents initially reached out, there was no response by the gas station owners. And so they got a visit from New Era Detroit. We went there and let them know this is going to stand, and we were able to get them to release the video footage to the police. There's a warrant out for that gas station worker's arrest at this moment. And, all eyes and ears are on him for him to never be employed in the city again. We don't want you here knowing that you treat our children this way.
Right.
So we, what we do in the meantime runs the gamut.
Right.
Just recently we had off-duty Dearborn police officer come into Detroit and shoot down Kevin Matthews, who was on his way home from the store the 2 days before Christmas.
That was one of my parents' nephews.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I used to work with one of his sisters. When I saw her, I didn't even realize. And when I saw her in the news, I remember we worked together on Fridays. But so we went out there Christmas Day. No, you don't just get to go home with your family and open presents while y'all got blood on your hands. And while this man's on paid administrative leave, they ruled it a homicide. Why is he not arrested? Why is he still collecting all this money? And he wasn't even on the clock. Everybody has everything to say about, well, this young man was this and that, but this cop wasn't even supposed to be a cop right then.
Right.
And you crossed out of your jurisdiction and shot somebody down who first you assaulted, because there was, he had been beat up and he had a broken arm from a car accident from the month before. So you try to say he fought you for your gun,
right,
and he didn't even have full use of his arm? Come on now.
Right.
So we went there, Christmas Day, and there's more to come. We actually have something that we're organizing today. So if you follow our Instagram or Facebook pages, New Era Detroit, you'll see what we have going for today, and it's going to be continuing throughout the week. So you can stay tuned and see how we plan to let them know that that's not acceptable as far as that goes.
Yeah. So, Mikera, if you could let us know how we can follow New Era Detroit on social media and things like that, your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and everything.
I forgot to mention too my role as far as personally with the organization. I'm the secretary, and I handle most of the new memberships. As far as our organization, we're New Era Detroit on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Periscope. We also have our website, which is www.neweradetroit.org. You can email us for more information at mail@neweradetroit.org. You can give us a call. The phones are always busy, but you can definitely give us a call at 313-466-4377. That information is also posted all over our pages. And you can also subscribe to text updates. That's also how we're going to let you know about tonight's action. So for text updates, you can let me think of this number offhand. You text. The message should say the @ symbol NED 09665, and the number that you want to text that to is 23559. So one more time, you want to text the number 23559, and for your message, the @ symbol with NED 09665. And that way you'll be subscribed to all of our demonstrations, as well as reminders about our meetings, which we meet weekly at Nandi's Knowledge Cafe in Highland Park. It's a black-owned bookshop, lovely place for food and conversation. So we meet there at 6:30 p.m. on Thursdays. Sometimes we move those meetings around depending on the size of the crowd that we expect. And lately we've been packing 90s out, so we may be moving to a bigger venue soon.
Awesome. Well, it's good to see that you have a group of people who are organized and poised and able to actually move in the actions that they speak about and not just offer a bunch of lip service. We often do see that. So what has been done now on Mikera is a highlight and contour technique. I used the Mehron. I used this by Mehron. This is the shade. I used that along with a blend of the brown and yellow from my Makeup Forever Flash palette as a highlighter. And then I used a combination of the yellow and the brown for her foundation. And with that, I applied it with concealer brush for her highlighting. And then I used one of my Delium Tool flat foundation brushes to apply her foundation. And then I followed that with using the Beauty Blender to blend it. I used the tip to blend her concealer on her highlighted areas under her eyes, and then I used this end to blend the rest of her face. And then I also used this to go up to highlight under her cheekbones to give her a contour look, just to accentuate her facial structure. So I also used a brown eyebrow pencil to sculpt and highlight her brows. We're going to zoom in on these brows here that are on fleek. Yes. Give it to him, Mikera. Give it to him.
I love it.
Yeah, so the liner was just applied under the brow because her brows are naturally dark and I didn't want her to have that angry, heavy brow look. So I just applied the liner under her brow, over her brow, blended it through using a brow brush like this and brushed it through to give it a natural appearance. And then I used a angle tip brush shaped like this. I used that for the inner portion of her brow to give her the faded appearance. So now what we're going to do is we're going to apply powder. The powders that we're using today for Mikera's look is the Ben Nye Luxury Powder, as well as Topaz by Ben Nye. So I'm using a dome-shaped brush to put that for me, and I'm going to just pat the highlighter. So typically when I do highlighting and contouring, I use a lighter shade powder on the highlighted areas or the areas that has the concealer. And then I use a darker powder for the remainder of the face, a shade that is close to the color of her foundation. So we're going down the nose. And if you would like to see this video in its entirety after it gets deleted from Periscope, you can go to my YouTube channel, which is Tia Regular, on YouTube, and you can watch this tutorial / interview as well as other tutorials. So I'm applying the Topaz powder by Ben Nye using this fluffy powder brush. This is it here. So I'm applying the powder over her entire face. Hey, Illustrate, thanks for watching. She's getting Dollfaced for her birthday, and she has been kicking some knowledge about New Era Detroit. Told us about her role in the organization as well as the organization's purpose and goals. So the key is to blend, blend, blend. I am all about team, no cake face. I do not like makeup to look heavy, weighed down, or cakey. So as you can see right now, she has a very natural, fatty, she has a very natural appearance. So I'm going to apply a little bit of nutmeg. Oops, sorry. A little bit of nutmeg from Mehron.
Probably sit better on this side.
Yeah. To contour the nose. And next I am going to apply. Don't worry, I didn't take it personal. Some people, you know. So I'm applying one of her, I'm using this blush on her cheeks because I didn't want to apply a dark blush to her because she's going to have a cut crease / smoky eye look going.
Who is that? I look that different. I got different color hair and everything. Do you do Halloween makeup?
Do I do Halloween makeup? Yes, I do. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to apply this blue shadow by Inglot on her lid. This is going to be my base color. So this is the base color. And I'm applying that on the middle of her lid, just above her crease. What am I doing? I am doing her makeup for her birthday, and it's a tutorial / interview. Again, the color scheme that I'm going with is blue and black, and we're going to coordinate her makeup colors with her hair color. So she has blue in her locks. Nice ring. Thank you. I thought so too when he gave it to me. Nice nails. Thank you. Okay, so now I am going to use some of the neutral shades in the Smashbox Full Exposure palette to blend. So now I'm blending, I'm applying one of the lighter shades as her highlighter under her brow. How you doing, this lady? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to, so I applied this shade under her brow as a highlighter, and I'm going to blend using this shade here. So I'm blending in her crease. So it's very important to blend. Hey Cal, thanks for joining. She's getting Dollfaced for her birthday. She's almost done. So now that we have that blended, I'm going to add just a little black.
Oh.
Hold on, Periscope. My phone is trying to play me. Okay, I had to put it on the charger. So we're going to go like this. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Trying to get you some good light. You can put it in front of you. Okay. And then up a little bit. Perfect.
Okay. So Mikera is almost finished. I'm gonna apply some black shadow from the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. Now I'm applying that just beneath her crease because I still want the blue to be visible. And I'm using a small dome-shaped brush to apply it from Delium Tools 772. I like using this brush for applying shadow in small areas where I'm just trying to have a little coverage. It's good for application as well as blending. So I'm just going to apply it first and then I'm going to blend after the application. Again, if you want to catch the entire tutorial / interview, you can go on my YouTube channel, which is Tia Regular, and you can see the beginning of this look. So the products that have been used are by Mehron, Inglot, and Smashbox, and Ben 9. Okay, so we applied the black, and now I'm just going to blend. Again, I still want the blue to show, but I'm blending the black into the blue because I don't want the demarcation. I just want it to look like a seamless application. So the next thing that I'm going to do is apply a lighter shade, so close your eyes for me, just above her lash line. It's like the icy, shimmery gold that's being applied to her lash line. I'm using a fluffy angle tip brush to apply the lighter shadow on her lash line. So I'm blending that with the black as well. So open for me.
Nigel, move.
Okay.
I got a haircut.
Just that one. You got it at the last meeting.
So the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to finish up, and I'm going to apply this liner to her lips. And the liner that I'm using is like a reddish brown liner. Hey Mars 586, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. We're finishing up Mikera's look now. So in some instances, if you have a client or if you yourself have a lip that may be a little thinner on the top than it is the bottom, you can apply your liner just above your lip line to give it an even appearance.
Hey, how you doing? You never met my kids before. This is my oldest. My youngest is over there. He does hair.
So we have our liner.
Two. Oldest and the youngest.
And lastly, we're going to apply Bare Nude Lip Gloss from Dollfaced Cosmetics.
So this is my first time ever having my makeup done. It really is. So it took me 30 to be 34 to be a girl.
This is supposed to be the lipstick set?
Yeah, that's why I still have to steal lipstick sometimes.
I can't stop looking at my eyebrows.
I told you.
Hitting people's eyebrow and everybody.
Your eyebrows look awesome. Wait,
Hey,
cheek
Big
on
Jeff
out like
2007, thanks for joining. So we're just going to apply the gloss, which is in the shade of Bare from Dollfaced Cosmetics, Dollfaced Cosmetics. Our website is currently under construction. However, if you'd like to make a purchase or have an inquiry about our wide range of colors, you can give us a call on our toll-free number 855-437-DOLL, DOLL, 855-437-DOLL, or you can email us at dollfacedcosmetics@yahoo.com, or you can like us on Facebook under the same name, dollfacedcosmetics.com. We're also on Instagram, Dollfaced Cosmetics. Our orders usually arrive in 2 to 5 business days, depending on where you are in the country. Our lip glosses, such as the one that Mikera is wearing now, has a peppermint, not a peppermint oil base, it has a beeswax, vitamin E, and lanolin base. So you're able to get a shine as well as the effect of a lip gloss without your lips being sticky.
It feels good. I always like the way it lip gloss feels.
One more thing that we're going to do, because again we're doing like a cut crease / smoky eye, so if you could look up for me. So I'm using this small round tip brush to go under her lash line with the black shadow from the Smashbox Full Exposure Collection. I'm going under the eye. And I'm just really patting it on because the Smashbox shadow is very pigmented. It really doesn't have much fallout. A lot of times you may have experienced fallout with shadows, and it'll stick to your concealer or your foundation that you've already done your whole face, and then you have this whole black eye thing going on because your makeup looks smudgy from the fallout. And with this shadow, I have not experienced that. So shout out to Smashbox. So again, I'm applying it using a round tip flat shadow brush. But it doesn't stop there. We're almost finished, but it doesn't stop there. I take the look. So what we're going to do now is we're going to apply an adhesive because she's getting my favorite thing, glitter. So if you can look up for me. So we're going to give her eyes a little pop. I'm using this very thin paint brush that I use for applying glitter in small areas. And I'm applying the adhesive for her glitter under her lash line on top of the black shadow that I applied under her lashes. So we're letting that dry just for a few seconds to make sure that the glitter adheres properly. So I'm using the same brush to apply her glitter. The glitter that I'm using is like a violet color glitter. It's like a bluish, almost blue, almost purple, violet, or you can call it blurple, blue and purple's baby. And that is the color of the glitter that's being applied under Mikera's lash line. So again, whatever she decides to wear tonight, her makeup is going to match it, because guess what? It matches her hair. So boom. Okay, so you can look up again for me. So I'm just dusting away the glitter that didn't stick. Most of it did. And she is finished. Let me see. Smoky cut crease. And if you can look up for me, you can see the glitter is under the eye. And we finished it with a new gloss from Dollfaced Cosmetics. Thanks for watching. Catch the video on YouTube. The channel is Tia Regular. Happy birthday.